In the heart of a sun-baked village, where baobab trees cast long shadows and goats bleated in the distance, lived a young woman named Aminata. She was kind, quiet, and known for her beautiful singing voice that echoed softly through the fields in the early morning. One golden evening, as the sun began to dip behind the hills, Aminata took her clay calabash and made her way to the old river, just beyond the whispering forest. This river was known to the elders as Odo-Ai, the River of Eyes, for they said it watched all who came too close. But Aminata, like many of the younger villagers, thought that was just an old tale meant to scare children. She dipped her calabash into the water gently, humming a tune her grandmother used to sing. The river bubbled strangely beneath the surface, but she paid no mind. The water seemed clearer than usual with a strange shimmer, and it filled her pot without a ripple. She placed the full calabash on her head and began the slow walk home. What she didn't know was this. Nestled at the bottom of the calabash, curled like a sleeping pearl, was a tiny mermaid no larger than a baby's hand, with shimmering silver fins, delicate gills, and hair the color of moonlight. She had accidentally fetched a Kulu, a water spirit child. That night, as Aminata prepared her evening meal, she heard something strange. A soft splash, a giggle, then silence. Confused, she looked around. The calabash sat on her kitchen table. The water inside was glowing faintly. She leaned in and gasped. Floating within the water, wide-eyed and blinking, was a tiny creature unlike anything she had ever seen. It had the face of a child, but the fins of a fish. Its tiny hands pressed against the inner wall of the pot. Aminata stumbled back, her heart pounding. The creature didn't speak, but its eyes shimmered with sadness. Terrified but curious, Aminata did not scream. Instead, she whispered, "What are you?" The mermaid child tilted its head, and then, ever so softly, it began to hum, the same tune Aminata had sung at the river. Over the next few days, Aminata kept the little creature hidden. She fed it drops of mango juice, laid seaweed in the water, and sang it songs she barely remembered learning. It never spoke, but it listened, and sometimes its little body would glow faintly, like moonlight on water. She felt drawn to it, protective even. But strange things began happening. Rain fell only over Aminata's hut, though the sky stayed clear. Her garden bloomed overnight. People who passed her home claimed to hear the sound of drums and distant waves, and the village elder, old Baba Kujo, began to grow suspicious. "You went to Odo-Ai alone," he asked, "and you brought back more than water, didn't you?" Ashamed but determined, Aminata showed him the calabash. The elder fell silent. He knelt beside the pot, peered in, and whispered, "A water spirit child, a sacred one. You must return it, or face a blessing too powerful for one heart alone." Aminata wept. She had grown to love the tiny creature, but she knew what she had to do. That night, under a full moon, she returned to the river. As the water shimmered, she lowered the calabash gently into it. The mermaid child blinked at her one last time, then smiled. It slipped beneath the surface, leaving behind a single silver scale. From that day on, Aminata's voice grew more beautiful than ever. Her singing brought rain in drought, joy in sadness, and dreams to those who listened. Some say the river marked her. Others believe the water child gave her a gift before it left. But Aminata never spoke of it again. And if you ever visit that village by the whispering forest, listen closely at sunset. You just might hear a song and the giggle of something small beneath the water's edge.